We've already done 1 and 2, so we're going to do the supplementary and complementary up here, so we're going to do these. All right, so use the figures to find the answer to the following question. Well, first of all, we need to go and add angle symbols to all of these angles. The angle symbols did not show up, so we need to add the angle symbols. And the angle symbol looks like this. It's not a greater than, less than sign like that. You can see the difference. This is a straight line. Okay, this is actually parallel to the text. All right, the next thing we need to do is we need to label the picture. And when you label your picture, you have B, O, T, N, and C. Now the other problem that came up is I had two or three extra points on here, and I thought to simplify it for you a little bit, let's go ahead and change that R to an N. I'm not going to put the extra points on there, so we'll change this to an N. Okay, and now we're ready to go. So let's look at the first one. 1 and 2 are independent of 3 or 4. 1 and 2, angle BOT and angle TON. So angle BOT is right here, and angle TON is right here. So what kind of angles are they? They make a straight line. So those are, and they're adjacent. They are a linear pair. And remember, a linear pair automatically implies supplementary. A linear pair is 2 adjacent supplementary angles. So knowing they're a linear pair, let's label them. Now the proper way to say this would be the measure of angle BOT. We hadn't really discussed that yet. And that would be the measure of angle TON, which is 2x plus 3. But you don't need to know that for right now. So BOT is 4x minus 9. And TON is 2x plus 3. And because they're a linear pair, I know when they sum, they add up to 180. So you've got 4x minus 9 plus 2x plus 3 equals 180. Because they're supplementary. Since they're a linear pair, you know they're supplementary. So now I'm just going to combine like terms. So I've got 4x and 2x, which gives me 6x, and negative 9 and 3, which gives me negative 6. So I've combined the like terms. Now I'm going to start moving things. So let's move that 6 over to the other side. So I'm going to add 6. So that leaves me with 6x equals 186. And then for my last step, I use the division property. Divide by 6. X is going to equal 31. But we're not done. I want to know the measure of BOT and the measure of TON in addition to x. You have to find x, BOT, and TON. So BOT is 4x minus 9. Well, I'm going to take that 31 and plug it in for x. So the measure of angle BOT is equal 4 times x, which is 31, minus 9. 4 times 31 is 124. Minus 9 is 115 degrees. So that's BOT. Now let's find TON. The measure of angle TON is 2x plus 3, so it'd be 2 times 31 plus 3. So that would be 2 times 31, which is 62, plus 3 is 65. And that's TON. Now we can check our answer, because what are they supposed to add up to? 180 degrees, right? So 115 plus 65 is 180. So therefore, the answers are correct. So now let's look at the next one. Remember I said these are independent of each other. Angle BOT, that's this one. We're going to use a different color. And angle CON, that's this one. Those are vertical angles. Remember, vertical angles are formed when you have a vertex and they form 2 sets of opposite rays. This one and this one are opposite rays, this one and this one are opposite rays, and they're always congruent. So given these measures, knowing they're always congruent, if BOT equals 8x minus 30 and CON equals 5x plus 24, and they're vertical, you know that those two are equal. So 8x minus 30 equals 5x plus 24. And again, we're looking for x and the measure of each angle. So I'm going to, now, I can't do any simplifying on one side, no combination of like terms, so I'm going to move the 5x, and that'll leave me with negative 30 on this side. 3x minus 30. Let me move it down a little bit so you can see it. 3x minus 30 on this side and 24 on this side. So now I'm going to add 30 to both sides, so 3x equals 54. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 3, so x is going to equal 18. Now x is 18, so now I want to find the measure of angle BOT. BOT is 8x minus 30, so it would be 8x minus 30. X is 18. So you got 80, 144 minus 30 is 114. And since they're vertical, they should be the same. But let's check and make sure. So the measure of CON is 5x plus 24, so 5x plus 24. You got 90 plus 24 is 114, and sure enough, they're equal. So that is your correct answer.